technique required for victory. Like at the elite level, there's so many great wrestlers, both on the national level and the international level, that it really requires this insane level of dedication to rise to the top.
Well, you mentioned Jordan Burroughs, and Jordan Burroughs was a good wrestler in high school, and he was a good wrestler in college. He became a great wrestler at the end of college, but I shouldn't even say great because you have another level, and that's that world and Olympic level. And I don't think he really realized his talent and abilities. A lot of it's just because it is a tough sport, and that every practice is somewhat of a grind, and everything that you do. But if you stick with it long enough, the mind can develop as well. And it's when Jordan Burroughs' mind developed to where he felt he was a great wrestler instead of just he's a good wrestler, but this other guy's good and it's going to be a tough match. But he stayed in it long enough, worked at it hard enough where he was able to develop beyond the tools that you need for being on the mat, just technically or strategically. And so once he got that mind, that made the big difference. And that's what carries him through right now. And again, it's like right now he's in a big battle to make the Olympic team, which is going to happen here shortly. And because we eliminated some of the weight classes. See, people don't understand in our sport because they say, well, they don't do it in baseball, they don't do it in football. People weigh 100 pounds, people weigh 200 pounds are on the same team, and you're competing against them. But in a wrestling match, a few pounds makes a difference when you're at that high level of excellence. It's because of like physics. If you understand physics pretty well and positioning, and then you can probably be a better wrestler just because of the amount of weight and skill that you have within your own positions. And so for me, it was like I could wrestle anybody. I wrestled 150 pounds at the Worlds and Olympic Games, and I could wrestle the heavyweight who weighed 450. And they go, why could you wrestle him? I said, because I knew the leverage, and I knew the skills and the strategy. And because of that, it gave me the opportunity to feel heavier than him. And I think that's what a lot of people said. They say, you don't look that heavy, but when I wrestled you, you felt like so heavy. I said, well, it's because I knew my positions. So, that's where like Jordan Burroughs is now. He's so much better, but not just in his skills from on the mat. It's a lot in his brains that he knows he's good. He's had a lot of practices where he's done well. I don't think I lost a practice from my junior year in college. So I had my junior year, my senior year, then I had 2.5 more years. So that's 4.5 years where I went to practice and never lost a wrestling practice. And by that, I mean I pretty much dominated. And I usually wrestled the bigger guys in the room, even though I was a lightweight, just because I could. And because of that, it gave me a lot of confidence. And so people, always ask you, how you think you're going to do? Well, I think I'm going to win, and I think I don't really think, I pretty much know I'm going to win. So it's one of these things that when you have that much success, it works. And that's where I feel Jordan Burroughs has developed to. But like I said, he's got only 6 weight classes as compared to 8 or 9 or 10, what we normally used to have. And he's got a world champion coming down named Dake that will challenge him at that his weight. So they're both highly credentialed. And so that's going to be a big match coming up here probably pretty soon.
Mental toughness is one of the most important aspects of wrestling. Obviously, technique and fitness are huge, but mental toughness is what defines wrestlers